to my channel, the place where future and aspiring musicians come to get inspired. I know you must be wondering, how does this guy want to use mathematics to teach how to play the keyboard or the piano? That's why you're here right now, because you're very, very curious. And trust me, I'm going to break that down for you on how you can use mathematics to play the keyboard. So at the moment, this is our back to school series, how you can use different ideologies of life, mathematics, English, chemistry, biology, how you can all incorporate that to play the keyboard. But today, we're only going to focus on mathematics, how you can use mathematics and especially compound interest to play the keyboard. So let's dive into our video, and I hope you enjoy it. So first things first, compound interest, as it is being taught in school, as you've learned from a very young age, compound interest means simple plus simple equals to compound. Again, simple plus simple equals to compound. So that's what we'll call compound interest, right? When you do a combination of simple things, it becomes a compound stuff. So for the do chord, right? Let's say I'm playing a song like let me use my favorite song, Amazing Go. Amazing Grace, how sweet, how sweet, that saved a wretch like me. I was lost, but now I'm great, would lead me home. So now you can see that to an extent the song, everything we had let's say more like something joining all parts, holding all parts together that made it have that flow. To you now, what I played may be compound, right? Or this is a little bit complex, but trust me, it's not complex. I'm just doing a lot of simple things at the same time. That's what we call compound interest. When you do a lot of simple things at the same time, it becomes compound or complex, as people put it. So I'm going to start with my left hand. You know, on my previous videos, and I'll also do a recap for you again, I taught you how to hold we're on the key of C, by the way. So I taught you how to hold, this is your do chord, and this is your other do chord. So this is how to hold your octave. I taught you how to hold your octave using your pinky and your thumb. So you use your thumb to hold the lower do, use your pinky to hold the lower do, and use your thumb to hold the higher do. This is a simple stuff, right? So you're going to add another simple stuff to the simple stuff to make it compound. And all you do, use your index finger and add the saw in the middle. So this is what you do. Yeah, use your index finger, which is this, and add your saw in the middle. So you go do, saw, do. So now what you're playing now is a little bit complex when your right hand comes into play. So this first step of the simple part for the left hand is you hold your do octave, then you use your index finger to add the saw to make it complex. That's another simple stuff. Okay? If you're still confused, I'll do that one more time for you. So hold your do octave on the key of C, then hold your saw. So you see, this is one simple stuff. This is another simple stuff. Then now play the two simple stuffs together. That's how you do it on your left hand. Good. So keep that to the side. Push that to the side. We're going to use that later. Now the next step now you do is your right hand now. What you do like this. This is your do chord, right? Just where I've taught you. Do, mi, so. First thumb. Second, that's a mi, use it with your middle finger, and the saw, use it with your pinky. So you go kind of like this. Maybe like Spider-Man. So you go like this, right? So that's the simple stuff I taught you. But now the complex stuff you do, or I wouldn't call it complex yet. The second simple stuff you do, you go like this. So now I'll add that. So you go do, mi, so. After you play the chord, then you add the second part. So you do that for This is your do, but you can do this. You can apply the same thing to your fa chord, sol chord, but I'm just showing you on just one chord to make it easy for you to understand. And just replicate this on the other chords. So let's go again now with the song. So that's very slow. I'll go again very slow for you. So I'm going I know it's going to take you a bit of time, right, to understand that. So this is what you do. So this is where you go. You go on the left hand, play your first simple. On the right hand, play your first simple. So this is it. Then now the next step is to play your second simple on the left hand and play your second simple on the right hand. So you go first simple, replicate that on both hands, right? Both your left and right hand. So play your first simple first. One more time. This is your first simple on your left hand. This is your second simple on left hand. Right hand, this is your first simple. This is your second simple. Simple plus simple equals to compound or complex as you put it. So you go. When I did that for the Amazing Grace, I was just going faster. Right now, I'm going very, very slow. So for the Amazing Grace, I just did. So that's how you had it. And so you've learned the simple for left and right hand. I've taught you the first and second simple. Now let's go to the third simple. As I mentioned, music and on the keyboard is more about compound interest. And now guess what? Do you know? If you can play all your minor chords and major chords on all the 12 keys, like this, on the key of C, play your major chord. This is a major chord. To play the minor chord, what do? You flatten the third, right? So instead of me playing the Mi, I go to the Mo. That's minor. For C sharp, I do the same thing. Major, minor. D, I do the same thing. Major, minor. E, I do the same thing. Major, minor. Then you get. So if I keep going that way, if I can play the major chords and minor chords on all these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, I can play on all the keys on the keyboard. I know that sounds so like you'd be like, wow, how do you do that? Yeah, just hold your chords. Major chord, flatten the third, you get a minor. That's a simple formula. Do that for any chord. This one too as well. Major, minor. This one major, minor. So play your major and minor chords on all the keys you can get. Then you can now play on all the keys actually. So do that for each key. Key of C, major, minor, C sharp, major, minor, and so on. Key of E flat, major, minor. Do that on all the 12. Then you can see that you can play on all the keys on the keyboard. But how do you get to that step? You need to know your tone, tone, semitone, tone, 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 semitone. You get? So on the key of, and just from your do to the next, so your re is a tone. From your re to your mi, so from this is my do on the key of C. From my do to my re is a tone. Why? Because this note separates them. Re to my mi is another tone because this note separates. Mi to fa is all semitone. Nothing separate. So you see, tone, tone, semitone, tone, 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 to my do, semitone. So if you can know your do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, then you build your chords. Easy. That's how you build chords. There's not, to be honest, keyboard is a very simple instrument, right? You need to understand that. First of all, your tone, tone, semitone, tone, 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 semitone. After you know that, now you can run your scales on all the different keys on the keyboard. You know, on the key of F sharp, this is how you run the scale. Sorry. So you know your do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti because you know your tone, tone, semitone, right? That's the first simple. Second simple now. Since I know my do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, build my chords. Do chord is do, mi, sol, re chord is re, fa, la. I've shown you that in previous videos. Then you build your chords. Then now that's the second simple. Then the third simple now. To play a minor chord, flatten the third of the chord. Do chord is do, mi, sol. So the mi is the third, right? Flatten it. When I mean flatten, you go a semitone lower. See, this is my do chord. Mi is my third. This is my third. Flatten this. Go a semitone lower. So a semitone, there's no note separating them. So just go a semitone lower. This is a minor chord now. So you see, simple 1 plus simple 2 plus simple 3 equals a compound. You see, you've used compound interest and mathematics to learn the keyboard. I do hope you enjoyed the lesson, and I'll give you a quick recap of what we've done today. So the first one was the first simple on the left hand to hold your octave. Use your pinky and use your thumb. Then add your saw using your index finger. So it goes first simple, second simple, compound together. That's on the left hand. For the right hand, hold your chord, which you all know, your do chord on the key of C. First simple, second simple, play arpeggio, one note at a time. That's the second simple. Then now make it compound. Good. So the third one is now, first of all, you know your tone, tone, semitone. So this is from do to your re. Do to re is a tone. Re to mi is another tone. Mi to fa is a semitone. Fa to sol is tone. Sol to la is tone. La to ti is tone. Ti to do is another semitone. Tone, tone, semitone. Tone, 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 semitone. That's your simple 1. Simple 2 now. I know my do, I know my re, I know my mi, fa, sol, la, ti. What's the next step? I build my chords, right? So now I can build my chords. My do chord is do, mi, sol. My re chord is re, fa, la. No, my re chord is this is actually the re chord, major. This is a minor, re, fa, la. Right? Mi chord, same thing. Mi is a major. This is a minor. Fa chord, this is a major. This is a minor. So you do that for the different keys. So on the key of C, major chord, minor of it, major, 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 minor of it. Just flatten the third. So you see, after you build your chords, you flatten it. That's the second simple. Third simple, flatten the third of the chord to get the minor. So you add simple 1 plus simple 2 plus simple 3, just as I've played for you. And you get your major and minor chords. And guess what? With you, if you practice that, then congratulations, you can play on all the 12 keys on the keyboard. Not only on the key of C again. So you see, we've learned how to play on the 12 keys in how many minutes? So that's music for you. How you can use, today's lesson you learned how to use mathematics, especially compound interest, to play on all different keys and also play some compound stuff on the keyboard. With that being said, I love you all, and one thing you need to do that will make me love you more: subscribe, like this video, and also share with friends. Also comment about what you feel we may do next time and the parts of the video you enjoyed and what you learned as well. And also, one more thing as well, I make a lot of demands. Practice this. No matter how much you love my video, like and subscribe. If you don't practice, I'm sorry to say, you're not going anywhere. So try to practice this, and I'll see you next time. I love you all, and bye for now.